Hey guys, welcome back to Natural Exploit. Today I am alone. No one wanted to be with me. Just kidding. Everyone was busy. But I am hiking in the backcountry of Utah. Going to a spring, I think. Keep y'all updated, but you can look around in the meantime. And there's still some snow up here. It is almost the end of June. So that is nice, so I can always have a way to cool off. Because it is a bit warm. So, I haven't been going too long, but I did forget to mention there's supposedly a lot of moose in this area. I'm near a lake. I'm in pretty high altitude. Let's see. I'm at 8,000 foot. So there's a lot of moose here. There's of course bear here. It's only black bear, but still bear. So I'll be keeping an eye out for those. Be nice to see something from a safe distance away. But if whatever it is gets too close and is acting mean to me, I have my all-in-one defense system on my hip right here. I don't know how YouTube feels about certain words. So, fire's lead. A very straight path, very fast. Probably won't have to use it. It's always good to be safe, especially when you're alone in bear country. I came across a little clearing here. Some type of plant here. This looks vaguely familiar. Kind of looks like stinging nettle. Yeah, I think that is. I will avoid falling in it. But check out this tree that fell. That's pretty substantial. However you say it, pretty nice tree. So this trail is actually a loop. So I just kind of got a little bit, had to check my phone, make sure I was actually at the loop and staying on track and not just like veering off onto a random trail, because I saw like 3 different trails come off of here. Speaking of that, I heard a noise. Speaking of that, if you're ever especially alone, for one, tell people where you're going. Tell them kind of how long you expect it to be, when you can come, when you're expected to be back. But also have some sort of map with you. Mine's on my phone. I use All Trails. I pay for it because it's worth it. I can download trails to get an offline map, so I know where I'm going, and it's not impossible to get lost. However, it makes it a lot easier to stay on the correct path, especially when you got multiple different trails, including like deer game trails that are so used. Just looks like the trail you're supposed to be on. Also, the iPhone 16 that I have now has satellite capability, so I'm actually able to see, like this for example. I could go down there. I'm 90% sure that's not the path. This path is a lot smaller, but I know the direction I'm supposed to be heading in. Not sure what that's all about. It might just be some other trail. But I'm gonna follow this one for a little bit and then double check the map to make sure I'm on the right path. But as I was saying, yeah, it has satellite capability, so I was actually able to text my wife that I was here, so she kind of has a idea, especially because I ran into traffic getting here, because they were doing some some construction. And so my kind of timeline was a little messed up because I got here like 30 minutes later than I expected. There's a woodpecker. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I hear it. I don't see it. But anyway, yeah. Also, I want to see if I can find a snake. I don't know kind of the chances of seeing a snake at this altitude, but we'll see. Yeah. So this trail is very overgrown and very unmarked. It is very difficult for me to tell exactly where it is. Even the All Trails map is a little bit off, so still useful, but it's showing the trails like a little bit further down that way. It's not. I was looking for it for a while, but a little bit further down that way is Tony's Grove Lake. Absolutely beautiful. It cost like 15 bucks, I think, to get in, but luckily I have a lifetime pass for all national parks, national forests, so I get in that for free. You probably can't see it, but I'll try to show you. But I wanted to turn on the camera and film while I was in there, because that high brush is usually a good spot to make sure you're making noise so you don't startle any wildlife, especially bears. I mean, you'll see some people have like bells. Hey, check that out. You'll see some people have bells, some people whistle. Well, since I'm filming, I thought I might as well talk. Any noise, just so whatever's out there knows where you are. Because the last thing you want to do is startle a bear. I don't know how moose respond. They might charge, or they might run away. I don't know. But it's a beautiful little area. Yeah, I want to check to make sure this is indeed the correct trail. Because I indeed want to check over this little hill, see if there's water. There is not water. I think that's my trail. They did say it was basically straight up. That's unfortunate. This was supposed to be easy. Oh well. All right. So I looked at the map. Looks like it's about to get really tough. Like, I think the straight up part is coming up, so I won't be doing a whole lot of filming while I'm doing that. But I did just take a nice little break. Got myself a meat stick. Where's the trail? I think it goes this way. This trail is so horribly marked. One of the good things about it, I have not seen a single person on this trail, and it is summer in Utah. So usually a lot of the trails are pretty packed, but I guess this is a lesser known one. So I guess more chance of seeing wildlife, more chance of getting lost, 100% chance of eating a Slim Jim. Hopefully eating the Slim Jim will distract me from how tiring this is. This is pretty cool looking. I'm gonna take a picture with my phone. Memories. I made it to the top of the steep point. But look, moose tracks. They're going that way. Hard to tell how old they are. I think they're pretty old because they sunk pretty deep and it's dry out now. But yeah, we're almost there. All right, well, I made it out of all the hard stuff. I think it's pretty much just downhill from here. I think I'm going to a spring. I don't think I'm there quite yet. I'm filming this about a minute after I showed you those moose tracks. I'm in a nice open field. I mean, y'all can see that, but I mean, if there's a moose, I'd honestly expect them to be in that brush right over there. That's if there's a moose. I don't really feel like there's anything out here in this field. It's also pretty hot. By that I mean it's probably like 70 degrees. But like the sun's beating down. They'll probably be in the shade. So I'm looking. I saw a chipmunk. So I haven't gone today without seeing any wildlife. So that's a plus. Well, it's a little bit anticlimactic. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous through here, but the hike's called Coldwater Spring. I think that's the spring right there. And it's just a little creek. That's honestly a little bit funny to me. I thought there'd be a little, pond or something. There isn't. But I mean, you can't look at the view anyway, still worth it. I'm getting attacked by bumblebees right here. I'm getting out of here. Ugh. Here's a little bit better view of the creek. It's right down there. You can hear the little water, and it really just comes out of, or I guess spring. It really just comes out of the ground. I guess that's what a spring is, but it just appears, kind of cool. Comes out right there, those rocks. Yeah, well, I'm gonna keep going. Lots of beautiful wildflowers through here. Smells amazing. But yeah, that's Coldwater Spring in northern Utah. Ooh, I'm in an aspen field. You can tell by the way they are. I love aspen. They are my second favorite tree. Number one's got to be just the pine tree. No particular type. I love pine trees, but aspen are a close second because you can see like the flutters, their leaves fluttering in the wind. I'm pretty sure, I haven't been here in the fall, but I'm pretty sure they turn like super gorgeous yellow in the fall. So imagine hiking through this and it's just pure yellow. So there's a fork in the path, and this is what All Trails is showing me. That path doesn't exist anywhere. So I'm gonna just follow this one and hope, it all works out. Because there hasn't been any other trail like branching off anywhere. And I mean, I'm going down. I have GPS. So I'm not too concerned about getting lost, especially because this little trail I'm on is very well marked, or very, very easy to follow. So if it turns out I come across a dead end, I get dropped off somewhere, I have no idea where I am, then it's easy enough to backtrack. But look at it. Listen to the sounds. Just gorgeous. I've always wanted to do that. I think it's always so silly, you know? It makes for good footage, but still it's always funny to me when I'm watching some outdoor YouTuber walk like away from the camera. And I'm like, this guy has to go back and get that. And sometimes they're far away from the camera. Like I watched them like hike like a half mile just off into the distance. And I'm like, dude, you gotta go back and get that. But I always find it funny. There's a YouTuber, Jim Bard, I think is how you say his name. I'm not 100% certain. Oh, look, a little creek going down, a little stream. Anyway, not sure how to. Maybe Jim Baird. I don't know. He's a Canadian YouTuber. He does a lot of like Arctic adventures. He'll do a lot of canoeing and stuff, like down like long stretches of river. Oh, I chose the wrong path. Anyway, he does that a lot. He'll like walk away from the camera and just off into the distance. Like this man has to hike all the way back to pick up his camera again. Real great channel. What's that? I saw something that was kind of different color than the rest, but it's deep in these trees. So I'm not sure if it was an animal or I don't see it anymore. I didn't hear anything run off, but the trees are making a lot of noise. So I may not have heard it if it did run off. Because I haven't seen any deer or anything out here to know kind of what something trampling through the woods here sounds like. You know, I really should check my location again, make sure I'm not completely way off of where I should be. So I have entered a pine forest now. I don't know what type of pine these are. They are tall. I just love how it looks throughout these type of forests when there's like no thick underbrush. You just see nothing but trees and then like a little bit of grass or whatever those things are. I think it's one of my favorite type of forests to walk through. Aspen forest and pine forest. Guys, I made it back to the truck. I have survived and another hike down. It wasn't too difficult except for that like one part that I had to go like straight up, which I didn't film because I was too focused on surviving. But I made it. See y'all next time.